Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet, and this is our WIP Wednesday edition of Morning Coffee and Crochet, and I have something started that is so lovely. Look at this. This is a ripple baby blanket, but I'm not making it into a baby blanket, even though I'm using baby yarn and it's a baby blanket pattern. I think I'm just going to use this for, the end of a bed or the back of a couch or something like that. Anyway, it's just got a nice little slope of a chevron or a ripple, whatever you want to call it. I don't care what you call it. I know there's probably a difference. I don't care. So this is not the usual, live program that I do. And I'm filming this on Monday just in case my Wednesday is so busy that I don't have time, or if I'm on the road and I don't have time to get with you live, because I want to have something to just say good morning to you. I miss you all if this is playing on a Wednesday. So this is our WIP Wednesday. So I'm going to sit here and crochet with you for a little bit. Like I said, I'm filming this on a Monday, and I'm sitting in a parking lot. I'm waiting for my husband to get out of work. It is 101 degrees Fahrenheit out there, and it feels like 1001. It is so hot. Oh my goodness. It is so hot. I hope that you are relaxing. I hope that you're not too hot, not too cold. I hope that you are perfectly content with whatever weather you have. Whatever weather. So I'm going to turn you down just a little bit so that you can see me crochet, because this is our WIP Wednesday. And so I've started this WIP, and you know me, I start WIPs like, most people, brush their teeth, and I'm starting a new WIP. So what can you do? I just can't help it. I see a pattern. I see, I see some yarn. I just gotta try it. So this one is really easy. It's just 6 double crochets, and then you either make a peak or a valley, and so it's really pretty easy. I'm pretty pleased with it, actually, and it's really easy to figure out when you're at the peak, because you have this little peak right here. Then you just make another peak. So you really, after you get started, you really don't even have to keep counting, you know what I mean? So yeah, I am really excited to be here, even if it is by proxy. But I do enjoy hanging out with you. I really do. And I enjoy doing all the crochet, all the things with you. Now this is using this Baby Bee Sweet Delight yarn that I got in my my Hobby Lobby yarn clearance haul. If you see, each skein is $1.24. I'm really pretty pleased with the softness of this. Look how pretty it is with all those pretty colors. I'm just going nutso over it. I just really like it. So anyway, I'm actually only on the second row right now, but the first row kind of sets the precedent for it, and then you just kind of follow it. Where there's a valley, which is actually right here, you can't really see it because it kind of looks like it's not a valley, but you skip those two, and then you just keep double crocheting, and it will eventually make that into a valley, and the peaks will start to come out. It just takes a couple rows for the pattern to set on your hook. And speaking of hooks, I am using my Clover Amour, and this is an MN, a 9.0 millimeter hook. Now actually, this pattern called for, I believe, an 8mm hook, but I wanted to go up in size just a bit because I wanted this to be really drapey and I wanted it to go a little quicker. Truth be told, that's what I wanted. So anyway, and then in the peaks, you just double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, and then you double crochet 6 down the row, and then you're at the valley, you skip 2, and then just do another 6 double crochet in a row. It's really, this is one of the easiest patterns that I have come across, and I wanted to do a pattern that I could remember easily so that I could sit here and, you know, chat with you. So, you know, we've got, here in America, we have 4th of July coming up soon, and I really like the idea of having, you know, red, white, and blue. I like the idea of having bunting. I like the idea of that star, what was it? It was something, you know, that went down the middle of the table. I really like that idea a lot. Really wouldn't be that difficult, and in fact, what you could do is make several of those stars, like, I don't know, maybe 10 or 20, and just put the tips of the stars together with just a little tiny stitch, and then you could lay it out and have, you know, somewhat of a tablecloth. I mean, it's not going to completely cover, there's going to be lots of gaps, but it sure would be interesting to see. Do you decorate for the holidays? I'm not very good at decorating for the holidays. I'm not really very good at preparing for the holidays. I get in gear for a holiday right after it's finished, and I'm like, oh, I should have done this and I should have done that, and I really kick myself all the time about that. So what I would like to do is start a holiday bucket or a holiday basket or a holiday crate or tote or whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to put all of your holiday patterns and projects and completed objects in, including Christmas. I think Christmas deserves its own because there's so much to do for Christmas, so much. But I would love to be able to have a holiday tote. And even if I just had big 2-gallon zip bags and put the different holidays in one tote, I would know that that's the tote that has the holiday decor. And so when, you know, when the fall comes, I can take out my pumpkins and I can set them strategically around the home. I can take out, you know, I would love to have placemats with different seasonal colors. I would love to have, you know, even a tabletop or a table runner for my coffee table in a seasonal decor. I love that idea. I really do. I don't currently have that. You could even make covers for the back of your chairs. Make that in a very simple design, very similar to what we do for a tote, only instead of going up, we're essentially going down, because then you'll turn it over and you'll set it over the chair. You just have to make sure that the circumference is large enough to fit over your chair. So you could conceivably make Christmas design for the back of your chairs, you know, a fall design, a spring, a summer, a red, white, and blue, a patriotic, whatever it is that you want to do. You know, I really like doing that. Tell me what your thoughts are. Do you go all out decorating for the holidays? If you do, I am sure jelly. I am just in awe of people who have it all together, who decorate for the different holidays, who, you know, decorate their lawn, who, you know, put out seasonal flowers, or, you know, all that stuff. Very much you know, I have a lot of admiration for those of you who have that gift. I've never really had that gift. So in my mind, a lot of times I'm thinking about my future in Tennessee. I'm really still hoping that that this house can get completed by the holidays. I kind of have my doubts, but you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm not going to stress. I'm not going to worry. I'm just going to go with the flow. However, I really feel like this is my season to prepare, my season to think and plan. And part of me just really wants to have, you know, crocheted ornaments, crocheted decorations, all the things. And so that's my goal, that's my thought. You know, this last Christmas, I really started going all out with crochet decorations. I bought a little tree. I mean, come on, it was a little tabletop tree. It was nothing to write home about, but it was all we had room for at the time, and everything about it was crochet. Everything about it was handmade. I made the garland to go around it. I made the topper. I made the ornaments. I made the Christmas tree skirt. And you know, it made me feel really good. Even if I just had that one little thing that was the work of my hands that I had created, that I had crocheted, that I had made so that we could have something to enjoy. Really made me feel good. So with all of that, you know, thought process going on, I'm thinking of other holidays too, including, you know, 4th of July, any patriotic holiday. I mean, we just had Flag Day, you know, all of the different holidays that if I had something easy to pull out of a tote, and I could take up what was on there, you know, for whatever holiday or whatever season. It doesn't have to be a holiday. It can just be a season. Fold that up, put it back in its proper tote, and put the other out. It would be so convenient if it was all organized, you know, because I lose things all the time, okay? I just lose things all the time. I have a hard time keeping track of anything. If I put something in a safe place, heaven forbid that I should have to go find it. Because if it is in a safe place, that means that it is safe from this memory. I have locked it away in a safe place, and I'm not going to find it either. So I can't even tell you. Like, my husband gave me okay, are you ready? This is confession time. Guys, this is confession time. My husband gave me $20 for each grandchild. We have 3 grandchildren. That means $60, 20, 20, 20. And the night before we left for Tennessee, and he said, this is for the kids. Let them get something, a souvenir or something from Poppy. And I said, oh, that's wonderful. And I put it in a safe place. I can see myself putting it in a safe place. I was standing in the bedroom. I said, that is so sweet. And I took it and I put it immediately into a safe place. And in my head, I thought, this is a safe place. This is a good spot. I'm going to know where this is. See? I should have told myself, no, Barbara, no. This is not a safe place, because this is a black hole that you are putting this $60 in, because I cannot find it. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. I know that it's in a safe place. I'm not fretting because I know it's in a safe place. I remember taking it from my husband and putting it in a safe place. It's not in my purse because my purse was in the other room. I do not know where it is. I will find it. I will. Just not today. Maybe tonight. I don't know. But anyway, so I ended up, you know, they had $20 to spend, and I ended up, you know, Grammy bought it. It was from Poppy. I told them, you know, this was from Poppy, and Poppy paid for it, but he paid for it out of the bank account because Grammy could not find the $60 that he had given me. I know. It's so crazy. Isn't that crazy? Do you do that? Am I the only crazy person in this world who puts things in a safe place and then promptly forgets? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I surely cannot be the only person who does that. Oh my goodness. So anyway, gosh, I really like this pattern. I will share the link to this pattern down below. It is a Yarnspiration pattern. I'm really into Yarnspiration right now. Oh, I'm pretty sure this is a Yarnspiration pattern. You know what? It might not be. It might be the turtle something. I'll have to look it up. Mine like a steel trap, guys. I told you. Oh, heaven, heaven, heaven. I do not know. Let's see. I think I'm supposed to do 2. Oh, wait. Okay, so we do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we do 2. Okay. Single crochet 2, or double crochet 2 together. I don't even know if I'm doing this right. This double crochet 2 together. But I think I am. There we go. And then chain 2 and turn your work. Now it does say chain 2 and then turn. Sometimes I've been doing the turn and then chain 2, and I really like that a lot. I like the way it looks. I think it's maybe a little bit cleaner of a pattern. I don't know. So tell me what's on your hook today. I would love to know. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. All right, as you skip the first stitch and then double crochet 6 in a row until you get to the peak. See how these colors just really show up? I mean, I am really loving this. I am. It's so pretty. The colors that are in this yarn are subtle enough. The white is very prominent, but then, you know, the lavender, a little bit of green, a little bit of pink, and it's not overwhelming, you know? I really do like it. So let's see, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in the peak, and there we go. Double crochet 6 in a row. It really is very easy to remember, so that's good. So I ordered the plans for the new house plans for my house. For those of you who didn't hear that story, my husband and I had picked out house plans. And with the economy the way it is, those house plans are well over $500,000 to build the house that I chose initially. It's over twice as much. The cost to build this house is over twice as much as it would have been, you know, 3 years ago. So, or 4 years ago, you know, I mean, yeah. So, anyway, we had to kind of regroup, and we had to choose a different house plan, a smaller home. I don't have a problem with a smaller home. You know, I had really walked through this house in my mind, the first one, for years before we could get this going. I've had the house plans for a long time, for a couple years. And I really thought that that was going to be our forever home, because the home that we're building in Tennessee is going to be our forever home. So it has to withstand the time. You know, it has to be, you know, be livable when we're 80. It has to be something that we can handle when we're 80, or older. You know, hopefully we live older than that. So it has to be something that we can grow old in, and that will treat us well. So the first house was good, but it was a little big. It had a second floor to it. The second floor could be unfinished, or it could be, you know, a usable walk up the stairs and have a walk-in attic plus my crochet therapy room, studio, whatever you want to call it. And that was, you know, that was pretty exciting to think about. But when we discovered how much it was going to cost to build that home in this day and age, we had to really rethink. So we went to a smaller home plan. It's all on one floor. There is no second story. There is no possibility of a second story at this, you know, in this home. There is, I'm sure there's attic space up there, but it's one that you would have to, you know, climb a ladder and put it up. I don't even know that we'll use that attic space, because to be quite honest with you, I don't have any desire to climb into an attic. I don't really want my husband climbing into an attic. There's too much potential, you know, to fall or hurt yourself. And I just want to just preserve us as long as we can, you know. I just want to preserve our health and preserve, you know, with safety and all of that as long as I can. And so that's my goal. So part of me, you know, was very disappointed. But as soon as I started embracing this new thought of, you know, a smaller home, you know, it just seemed like there was a weight that was lifted off of me as soon as I started accepting it. And I'm really looking forward to this home. I really am. It is something that I am just really getting excited about. So anyway, I hope that you join me in this journey. I hope that you, you know, stick around. Right now we have, oh look, there's a knot. Well, look at there. I wonder if I did that knot. I don't know. Oh, lordy, lordy. I mean, there's a knot. Let's see. Do you ever have that happen? Oh my goodness. Okay, so let me see if it is a knot that came up here. I don't know. That's really odd. Odd to have a knot. Oh boy. Now, Roberta, is this your fault because you named your channel Not? No, it's not. It's not your fault, Roberta. Get it? It's not. Well, I spread the knot down a little bit, so let's see. I don't want to have to stop crocheting so that I can really work this out. What in the world? Oh, I know what happened. I know what happened. This yarn got wrapped around the end, and I bet it went from one end to the other and somehow got knotted up. Well, how about that? Goodness, that's just crazy. I'll have to see if I can undo it when we get off of the channel here. So anyway, that's my story about the house, and I'm really looking forward to this new house, the new plans. I'm looking forward to an easier, I'm gonna say simpler design on the house. It is a much simpler design. This house, like, have you ever, I don't know, maybe you had a granny or a mum or, you know, a grandma or, you know, someone in your family who had an old country home that was just so well loved, and that, you know, the back door, you had the solid door, but then you had a screen door that was on a spring, and, you know, it was a nice wooden door. It had a screen on it, and when it shut, it just slammed, you know? I don't know if you have that in your memory bank from your childhood, but I do. And to me, this home is just the perfect place for one of those screen doors to just slam shut. I want my grandkids to have that memory of Grammy and Poppy, Nana and Grandpa's home, you know, when we went out the back door and the screen door slammed shut. And I just want them to have that memory. I want them to have the memory of sitting on the front porch in a chair, rocking chair, regular chair, it doesn't matter, and sitting there and snapping green beans with me. I remember doing that on the porch. I want them to have the memory of, you know, peeling peaches, peeling apples, of, you know, helping to preserve food, helping to, you know, just make a way of life. I want my grandkids to know how to feed goats, how to feed chickens, how to milk goats, and maybe even milk a cow. I don't know. We'll see if I get a cow or not. You know, I like to watch these homesteaders, and it seems like they love their goats until they get a cow. And then as soon as they get a cow, then they don't love their goats anymore, and the goats just go to the wayside. I never want that to happen to my goats. I never want that to happen to my goats. So I may not ever get a cow, just simply because I want my goats to be well loved, you know, and I don't want to ever feel like they're a second-class citizen because they're not the cow. I know that sounds funny. I know it does. But anyway, I'm really enjoying this pattern. I hope that you try it. This is really fun. I'm going to put a link down for it. This is a bulky weight 5 yarn. It's super soft, and I'm so excited that I got it really cheap. I wish that they had had a couple more skeins of this very same color, but they didn't. And so I also have this one, which is also a bulky weight 5, and this one is Baby Bee, lots of dots. And the only thing different in this is that instead of the green, it has kind of like a blue, but it has very similar colorway, but it has that blue. So I'm going to do one skein of this one, and then with a little bit of green, and then one skein of this one. See how well they mesh? I mean, they almost look like the exact same yarn. So anyway, I've got 8 skeins of yarn. That's going to be plenty for this blanket. And so we'll see. We will see. I hope that I made it wide enough. I think I did. See, we've got 1 peak, 2 peaks, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think that, let me see if I can show you with it folded in half. I don't even know if that's going to go in the screen really well, but anyway, folded in half, it's wider than my shoulders. So I think it'll work. I really think it will. And so I'm excited. Well, I don't really have a whole lot more to say. You know, it's different when you're live, then I can interact with you and I can chat with you. And I sure wish that I could do that. And I may still be able to come on this Wednesday, and if so, then I will save this video for another Wednesday when maybe I just am not able to come on live. So anyway, I hope that this video finds you well. I hope that you have a great Wednesday. Get your hooks out and get those WIPs going. Maybe we can finish a WIP. I don't know. I hope that you stay warm if you're cold and cool if you're hot. And, you know, just have a wonderful day. Always remember, stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. And much love to everyone out there. Bye, guys.
What's that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right there. That's the 17. I see it.